Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope that you all are doing well. So, here's the thing. If someone ever starts off with here's the thing, run. Not only fast, but super fast. Like pretend like you're in the Olympics and you're trying to get away. No, better yet, pretend like Jason or someone's chasing after you and you need to get away from that person, because here's the thing is never a full honest statement. So I want to tell you, I broke my paintbrush trying to coil a flower, right? That's not what's going on. So, I did this thing called Creda, right, in April. And Create Every Day in April winded me. I do want to say that. And I am, yeah, winded me, okay? But I am out of school starting. My son is out of school starting like May something or other. And you're probably out of school if you have little kids or something like that. And I was thinking that we could do some hangouts, right? Some craft and hangouts. And what does that mean? That means that I'm going to get on the camera and make some videos for you ahead of time. So I'm really still in school right now. It's May. And I'm going to make some videos for you for June, right? Just to dip our toe into it. And if it works out, if the first couple of days work out, then I may do it for July, but not in August, because August is, if I decide to do it, it'll be Creda again, but I'm not quite sure yet. So these will be talkative, long-winded, drawn-out videos. I know some of you like those and some of you don't, but we're here now, right? So I'm trying to find some paper. You know, the person that likes paper can't find paper when she's looking for paper. That's always a sad thing. All right, and to be fair, I haven't fully thought this thing out yet, right? I know I want to do something, but what? So it's no rhyme or reason. If we don't finish the project, we don't finish the project. But the videos are going to be a little bit longer than normal. So today we're going to be making some rosettes. Now I haven't made rosettes in I don't know how long, so just bear with me while I get my bearings. And this paper is pretty on one side and different on the other side. We'll just say that for whatever's going on. But I do need to make some projects, and I need to make these projects like 2 months ago. We're going to do this, and this is Pebbles, another one's Jelly Bean Soup. So this is Pebbles Big Top Dreams, which is really cute. I love these little flowers. Like, I'm going through a whole mood of flowers and bees and butterflies, which I am super excited about. Now, I do want to talk about this We Are Memory Keeper scoreboard. I feel like once I get past a certain line, either I'm just going too fast, which is probably the truth, and I go off, or this thing is messed up. So yeah, so we're going to be scoring it every ½ inch. And if you haven't ever seen a rosette made, I'm probably not the best person to tell you how to make them. I did learn from someone else. I learned by watching you guys, okay? I learned by watching you. I learned by watching another YouTuber, Tina's Crafty Life. I think that's still her YouTube name. But yeah, that's who I learned from. She did a video a long time ago. And that's who I watched make them. And I was just like in love with them. And then I started making them myself. And then, you know, for a while I haven't, like I just said, I haven't made them in a while. But we are here today to make some. I have, you know, deciding to do this type of video is kind of hard. And I had spoke to one of my good crafty friends, good friend in general, about it. Because, you know, when you make videos ahead of time, you kind of date yourself. And then you can make the videos not be as important if you don't. Like, say if I was to talk about something that's going on now, but we're not really in June, it may have come and gone. So I need to, as I make these videos, I need to keep that in mind. And that's why Creda is so important to me when I do make the Creda videos, because I like for them to be fresh, real time videos. But I can't dedicate making a video every day for June. I can just give you what I got, right? And so I do have some things that I am working on, that I'm trying to work on. I'm doing some research and things like that, and I think it'd be really fun. They're going to be plain videos. They're not going to be like, look at me, I'm going to reconstruct the Eiffel Tower. No. It's going to be some regular videos. But I want to do something a little bit different. I haven't thought of a name for the video. The series, I was thinking like School's Out for the Summer, but I don't want anybody to be like, that's a copyright. You're copying off of so-and-so's song, because I think it's a song like that, right? So I definitely don't want anyone to be like, oh, she stole this song. But the song title, but I mean, you really can't copyright words, so to speak, which is interesting, unless it's someone's like slogan, and a slogan is not like the words. So like if I was to ask you, where's the beef, right? Burger King, right? I think it's Burger King, yeah. I could ask you all day, where's the beef, but I can't claim it as my own. Whereas like images, you can claim images as your own, especially if you draw them and things like that. So that's why I think so many stamp companies have the same things, like mermaid kisses, fish wish, mermaid kisses, fish wishes, and then it's like butterfly kisses, best wishes. You know, it's all the same. Like Merry Christmas, for example, Happy Holidays, 'tis the season. None of that stuff is copywritten, that you can't say it. Like you can't go around and say, hey, you said Merry Christmas. So yeah, I think what I'll do is like look up a topic for us to talk about or something like that. So yeah, that is hard to see, but I just checked the back of this, and this is cool. I think this is going to be funky. I think it's going to be really cool, because when I get ready to do all the folding, I can just put something on the back of those and not worry about it. And we're not going to make a lot of these rosettes. We're only going to do 2 rosettes, but I figured we could talk and work at the same time, and you can see how slow I really am when it comes to crafting things, right? So this is, of course, real time. Not fast forward, anything like that. I don't know how to do that yet. I did, though. I did buy an editing program. So we're moving up in the world. Now I just need a computer, a better computer, and I'm going to try my best to get one, because I have a few things that I want to try and do. You know, we always talk about growth and things like that, so I want to just grow a little bit, grow some, and just see how that works out. I do want to try some other projects. So in my head, I want to do these projects and maybe record them, and that way, you know, I can fast forward them. You don't have to worry about it. I can just voice over. I don't know how to do that either. And I don't want watermarks with free stuff. So that's why I went ahead and paid for something. You can do voiceovers on a software that I already have that's free, but I don't know how to do it. And I want to do some other like video editing with other projects that I have that I want to do. So yeah, that's it. I do hope that you all enjoyed this rosette. I didn't even bring the straws up. That is how prepared I was. I have like 5 things. I brought like half a box of something for one thing, half a box of something for another thing, but nothing whole, right? Nothing whole. So I'm already starting off on a great note, right? What I'll do is just show you how to make the rosette piece portion, and then later on we'll do the straw piece, I suppose. So we'll see. Because I'm already not sneaking up here, but the little guy is awake, and I want to come back and things still be okay. So now we've already cut this down. We cut this down. So when we get ready to fan fold this or fold it, we're gonna fold this way. So we need to just cut it, right? And I'm thinking 2 inches maybe. So if we did 3 inches, 3 into 12, you can do the math. You see how many you get. If we do 2 inches, then we get 2 into that, and you see how that is. But that's just a short piece. So let's just do 3 inches so we can get 4, right? And this paper is thick, which is good for us. We can abuse it a little bit, but at the same time, we don't really want to give it too much abuse. We want it to not tear. I was watching a tutorial on how to use a medallion or rosette paper, and they use washi tape, and I'm not opposed to using washi tape, but if I don't have to use washi tape, I really prefer not to do washi tape. If you want to get really fancy, you can do some decorative edging on there. I am not trying to get that fancy, so no need in worrying about that at all. I'm not sure if I've ever had this like feeling before when it came to school. Like when I was in school, I loved school so much, but now I'm just like, school needs to hurry up and be over. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Versus going to school, right? And I think I feel like we're just at a weird time right now. Like, honestly, weird doesn't even begin to cover where we are right now. So now that we have our pieces cut, I want to tell you that this is the one thing that I've learned about these rosettes, and it doesn't matter, but it does. All right, so you see I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to fold it down, right? So if I've done this decently enough, all of my edges on these two will go down. So now with that being said, you need to fold this edge up. And the reason why you need to fold that edge up is so you can connect these together. So you see how I just did that? Let's just say, for example, these are the same size papers. We want to be able to do this to them and connect them, but not the same size, same color. But since they're not, they have a pattern on the back, we need to just figure that out. And I am going to go ahead and do my mountain valley or peak valley up down. I just say up down, right? But it is a technical name for it that people have called it. And what we're doing here is we're going to burnish this down. Now, if you do a really, really awesome, amazing job at scoring, you don't have to worry about your paper not being even. I probably missed something somewhere along the line, and now it's not even. And again, this paper is really thick. I don't recommend using 110 cardstock to make these. I would probably say 65 pounds or a little bit lighter. Not anything under 110 and 65, right? Because if you have hard paper, it just makes it harder to fan fold. And so now we're just squeezing this down. You can see how it's off a little bit, but you know what? That's okay. If you want it perfect, just make sure you score it perfectly. I'm not upset about it. When I first started doing this, I wanted them to be perfect. I wanted them to be perfect. I was like, no, it has to be perfect. And then I got over myself really fast from that mess. And yeah. So now, I'm not sure how many rosettes you would be making if you're doing this, but I would say, because we're going to do what, 6 today? 6, I think. You want to go ahead and get your circle punch or some circles or some type of paper to cover up where you're going to connect them at. And you want to turn your glue gun on around the 6th paper that you fan fold. So once you get to paper 6, go ahead and cut it. Now, you know what I used to do, and then the wizard, of course, left a comment. I think I asked everyone that watches the channel. I was like, do you cut and then score, or do you score and cut? And they were like, I score and cut. And I was like, my aha moment, right? I'm gonna go ahead and finish these up and come back. All right, so I'm on my last one. As I said, number 6 or whatever, you want to turn your glue gun on or plug it in or whatever you need to do to get that done. I don't have any circle punched out yet. I will do that in a second, but I do want to discuss one thing. If you score your paper and it's off, just keep in mind you can adjust it, but at the same time, you see how this is like crooked right here? It's okay to be crooked in those spots, but you just want to be careful for the next time, because you don't want your rosette to be lopsided. Once it's lopsided, you have to do other things to manipulate it and make it better. What we're going to do, this is not going to be a one, this is just going to be a few parts. So I made this rosette a while back, and you see how we put this crepe paper around and then we did this. So this is something you can do to cover up the paper a little bit, and this is the same thing on the back. And this is what we will do for this calendar portion. We'll put something like that on the back, or a large circle. Again, I didn't come up here prepared. I want to actually do something totally different, but we're going to do this rosette because I was like, I haven't made a rosette in a while, and the last time I actually tried to make a rosette, I couldn't. So yeah, so I did these two down. I always start going down, and these are going to be up, so I'm just checking it out. But I do like this side too, so that's really pretty. So we'll see. I was thinking I could do one side up and one side down. I mean, one side red and one side with the flowers on. I think that'd be really pretty to do. And then I was like, oh, I could probably, and then I was like, no, let's not even, because I was thinking that I could do one strip of this paper and then the other strip like that. And I was like, no, stop, please, don't even do that. But you know, we're just doing a rosette today, the beginning of a rosette, and we will do the rest on another day. I'm not going to do 30 days or 31 days. I think June has 30 days in it. I'm not going to do 31 days of crafting. I can't prepare enough videos for you all and have them come up every day on a specific time. So I will give you 3 in addition to the collaboration videos. So you're going to get 3 additional videos plus whatever collaboration video that I have going on that month as well. I just feel like this thing, I wish this was longer. They do sell another Crafter's Companion. I pay for this without my own money, so please don't think I'm trying to. I wish it was longer. The one I do have from them that I purchased, I thought it was going to be like this beast mode, and it's not. It's okay. It's like this one. So yeah. Now we're going to use some glue, and what I like to do when I glue my things down is glue them one side and then glue the other side, or glue them all together and then I squish them back, because I want these to be like crisp and sharp folds. Now at this point, some people use hot glue, some people use tape. Whatever you feel like is going to hold best is what you should use. Now I'm going to give this a little extra glue because it is thicker paper, and if it oozes out, that's okay. We're okay with the ooze. We're okay with the ooze. Now we're just gonna squeeze this down, and I'm gonna rub. Squeeze down and rub. And this is okay. If you have any glue seepage, go ahead and wipe it off now. Do not, I repeat, do not wait to do that at the very end. You will regret it. So now that I've glued this down together, I'm just going to bring them together and just squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Squeeze it just so they can get used to being on the same level. And then I'm just going to come back with this one and do the same exact thing. And I'm just going to let them kind of hang out while I glue all the other ones together. So if you haven't put your glue gun on yet, depending on how long it takes you to get your glue gun hot, how long your glue gun takes to get dressed, right? You could put it on now, because you don't want your glue gun sitting there oozing all that good glue out. If it does that. I watched someone do a video a couple of months back. It was a guy. year, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. It was a while back. I don't know when it was. It was just a while back. That's all I can tell you. And I love. I said love. I love watching people create things that I have no clue how to create. I'm just like, oh my God, how did he do that? It's so amazing. Wow. I'm sure you probably feel like that too on some things. Now, if I had creased this properly, this would have touched that end properly, and I didn't. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with the imperfections of my crafts. We won't be able to tell once we cover it up, but now I can tell it. I can see it. It's a little bit off, and that's okay because the creator is too. No worries, right? You know, if you watch YouTube videos, you've probably went down a rabbit hole of how did I get here before, right? So lately, what I have been doing is watching cat videos, pet videos, because those make me happy, very happy. Like, if you are sad or down, watch a cat animal video in general, and see, don't you just instantly get like excited. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So we're gonna do this one like that. And why is she? Did I really? Let's see. I did. You see what I've done? I've made all of the folds the opposite way, and that's okay. It's a good thing that we did that. We screwed up something. That's okay. So what we're gonna do is just do this the right way, and we'll correct the wrong one in a few seconds. So here we go. This is such a beautiful sheet of paper. I'm not sure why I like it so much, but I do. And it's called Big Top. I'm not sure how this is Big Toppy, but you know, I think paper companies in general run out of names for their paper, and so they have to kind of get a little bit creative with the stuff that they do. Like, you may see like one piece of paper that's blue, and it's called Mermaid Cove, and then another one's like Sky Blue, and then another one's called Blue, and another one's called something else blue, and they're all like the same exact shade. But you know, I think companies look for their uniqueness in it. Like, if you were to compare like weird out there pattern on top of pattern paper, I would say that the most unique paper brand is Graphic 45, and probably Authentique when it comes to like the business of their papers, versus Pebbles or polka dot paper or something like that. It's not that out there. But this is kind of out there. It has a whole bunch of stuff, but it's all one tone. It's all red and orangey. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze this down, and as you see, these are both going down. So now what you can do, which I hate doing this, we're going to lose 2 folds, or you could just refold it, right? So you could either refold it, which I think I probably will just do that real quick, and be done with it, or you can just cut this piece off and glue that in. But I'm going to just refold it really quickly. All right, so I refolded it, and here we are. Nothing too stressing. If you have pattern paper, which this is, I know it's pattern paper, but it's not like lines going a certain direction. You want to be very, very aware of how those lines are, because you don't want the lines going up and down and then coming across, unless that's your design. If that's your design for the paper, for your rosette, then by all means go for it. But if your design is not to do that, then you want to be very mindful and careful of that. So here we go with this, and we're just going to squeeze this. All right, so I am ready to make the first part of this happen. I just used this hole punch from Recollections. I guess they still sell hole punches, right? Sometimes I got enough to cover the front and back. of the papers. I did pull out craft because that's what I had in the scrap pile. I need to get my scrap pile down. So now here is the terrifying part. You heard me, terrifying part. We about to use some hot glue, okay? And with that being said, be careful. Be careful. So this is going to be our front. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to take this beautiful sheet of circular paper, and I am going to, before I do that, I do go back around and squeeze them as good as possible just to make sure that we have a good fold, right? And that's why, you know, if you're off a little bit, it won't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this glue gun and I'm going to put that all right there, and it is hot. Now since we're going to do front and back, it won't really matter, but we're going to take this as best as possible and we're just going to put that right there, right? Now it's a glue gun, it is hot, so if you have one of those little, the finger protectors, use your finger protectors. Don't be like me, be better than me, okay? All right, so it's now what I know that we trust everything that we're doing is good to go. I still want to keep my finger on here for a few more seconds, just in case, you know, the glue decides to slide down something that's not touching the paper, etc., etc. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some more glue. I'm going to use Aleene's just because we can waste Aleene's over art glitter glue. And by waste, I mean Aleene's is more affordable to purchase versus art glitter glue. You may have art glitter glue on supply, but it is $20-something. And this is 3. This is 5 ounces. This is 8. So, you know, you do your math. So why I started putting glue on the inside of this is because hot glue over time will come apart. Over time. I'm not saying today, I'm not saying tomorrow, but over time. But this glue right here is going to bond and hold, and it's going to keep everything together. And we're going to layer it up anyway, but I just find that putting more glue is better for my my satisfaction. So we're just going to take some of this glue, it's piping hot, and we're going to put it right on top of there, and we're just going to press down. Press down, press down, press down, press down, press down, press down. Turn it over. And press down, press down, press down. Now you see how we're off a little bit on the center. That's okay. You know why? Because no one's going to see it. No one's going to see it. And that's our rosette. It's humongous. So this is 3 inches. We could have did 2. We could have did 2.5. But I feel like 3 inches just is a good round number. Like, this is cute. I am biased. With cute stuff. I'm not saying the rosette is cute, but just the color and everything is real pretty. And I keep those there to remind me that I do have pink in my room. I do have some girly colors, but I'm much more of like a green and blue. Only except for storage, which is strange. I like for my storage stuff to be one solid color. I would prefer if my storage stuff was like all white, clear, or you know, it coordinated. And my storage stuff does not coordinate because when I first started crafting, I was buying things that I liked, the colors that I liked. So we're just going to push this down. You see it's trying to embarrass me on camera, but we're going to strong arm it. All right. And so this is why you need to make sure your creases are right, because it's not even. And we want it to be even Steven so we can put this daggone circle on here. I have had these things rise up and catch me right there. Not in a kisser, but it got me. We're just going to use this glue, hot glue gun, and take this paper. Oh my goodness, come on, slow poke. And turn it over. And there we go, yay! We got it. Oh, but you see it's coming loose a little bit. And that's okay, because I didn't hold on to it like I should have. But it's hot. I mean, it's hot glue for a reason. So now we're just going to turn this over and save our fingers. And we're just going to press down on it from this side. And while we're pressing down on it from this side, we're going to go ahead and open up this glue and glue it. Yay for glue. I almost got into a TV series. I was watching someone discuss it, and I was like, oh, that sounds like a really good television show. My thing about TV series is why I don't watch them is because I'm not saying that I am all about clean cut comedy or whatever, but I prefer clean cut comedy over you know, cursing and things like that. And a lot of television shows still have random curse words in there that over time I guess we've okayed, and it's okay to do that. And I don't want my son to watch the show with me and be like, oh yeah, that be oh no. I would literally clutch my pearls, and we would have an issue. We would definitely have an issue if he did that. He has cursed before. I told his daddy, now watch your mouth, because he definitely dropped a curse word before. And like I say freak, and he said freak before, so I'm like, oh nuts, I gotta change my vocabulary. I remember when I lived in Italy and I had a friend. She was in the psychiatric division. I wasn't going there for myself. I was just going to chit chat. But I probably could have stood some therapy. That's all I'm saying. And the lady was there. She was religious. And, you know, she would say like, for example, freak. And she was like, you might as well just say the word. Because isn't freak taking the place of this word? And you know, I could see her point. I could see my friend's point. But I was just like, no, I mean, you see how that just came apart? We don't want it to come apart, but we're going to work through it. We're going to work through it. We're just going to apply some pressure right there and keep it moving. All right, get our glue out. Apply that glue in the hole, that little tiny opening. Now, if you're really good at scoring your paper, your opening will probably be smaller than this. But if not, if you're not really good at scoring, then you'll have a larger opening like mine is. And that's okay. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I just like to put that glue, the wet glue in as reinforcement, because I know that sometimes I can be a little bit sloppy on my scoring of paper, even when I'm folding it. So we want to make sure that that is glued down very well. Oh man, you know what? Yep, not this pink thing. That's okay. It's okay. We're going to cover it up. No one will know, but just in case someone decided to peel back all our layers, they could see that we had matching coats. This is such a pretty paper. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. All right, our last one, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this show up, and we'll be back a day I don't know yet, but hopefully you like this that I'm doing for you all. If not, it's okay. But these are, you know, something to get us through the summertime, I suppose. That is hot tamale, baby. Oh, don't want that to happen when I put that glue down. That's for dang sure. I would be so upset. I've only been burned by the glue gun a few times, the hot glue, and I don't want it to happen too often. My baby knocked over the thing when he was a little baby, like under 2, and he knocked it over, and I felt so bad. Like, I had told him not, of course he still don't listen, but I had told him not to come over there where I was, because I was doing a wreath, and he hit the glue gun and it fell on him, his little leg. That's a wider opening than I would like. So we're gonna see how that one kind of seemed like it was a wider one, just because the paper isn't scored properly, and we knew that. We knew that going in, that my scoring wasn't going to be 100% perfection, but it's going to do the job. So here we are with our last one, and we're just going to do the exact same thing. Am I worried about the glue drying before I get this thing down? No, because it's going to cure, I would say maybe 2 to 4 hours, and it'll really be dry. So I'm not too concerned about that at all. Not at all. I don't think it says how long it takes to dry. But we're going to let this sit a whole day, maybe 2 or 3 days, before we come back and visit this project again. But again, this is not a Creda situation where I'm trying to complete these every time. But we will get these done. We will see the end result in a project share of some sorts. And this is what we created. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that this was fun. I hope that you're looking forward to the next thing that we do. I am going to leave these sitting here and just let them dry without me manipulating the paper or touching them. But I'm going to just stack them on top of each other because it makes more sense to me like that. I like these a lot. Anyway, I want to say thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and maybe you learned how to make you some rosettes. Until next time, happy crafting.